Welcome back. Uh, Next, we're going to talk about a rhetorical consideration of purpose. Now, writers write for a variety of reasons. It could be just to make money, it could be to tell a story, it could be to describe a process, a step by step instruction, it could be to record a history, uh, to write up the results of an experiment, to write an essay for class. There are lots of reasons writers write. And as I've said before, for our class, you have to assume that the writers that write for us are writing to teach us something about ourselves and our world, our society. Okay? Which means they have a reason for writing to teach us something, and that is their purpose. Um, the rhetorical considerations of purpose. Imagine that there's a problem that the writer is trying to address in hopefully an entertaining way if it's a short story or novel or a film. Then the question is trying to, or for the challenge for us is to try to figure out what is the purpose that what is the problem that they're trying to address. They may not come to an answer, they may not even offer an answer, but just bringing the problem to the attention of the reader or the viewer in case of a film is an important step in getting people to receive a message about that problem. Um, so the writers don't necessarily write to put a finger in your face and say, this is what you should do. Here's the answer to the problem. Some may offer that as a solution to the problem. They may give you a character in a story that faces the problem that they're challenged, that they're trying to write about. It's their purpose to write about, and makes choices, and they may be just showing you the possible consequences of those choices. Um, but for us, it's determining what is the problem. For example, let's take the short story that we read, Born of Man and Woman by Richard Matheson. It's a very strange little story, but when you break it down to why would he write this, of course, it's an entertaining story as well because it's so odd. But then again, as many of you wrote in um, your brief introduction body paragraphs, it was dealing with some serious issues of child abuse, neglect, education, violence. Those are some heavy topics to deal with in just a 3 or 4 page story. When you get to Nadine Gordimer's piece, Once Upon a Time, you're going to see she's actually dealing with a very hefty topic that's not even mentioned in the story. You have to kind of be a sleuth, a detective to figure that out. What's she addressing? What's the problem she's trying to address here? And when you know a little bit more about who she is and where she comes from, that becomes a little more obvious after the fact. And I'm going to talk in the next video specifically about an Edgar Allan Poe story that it was optional. You could read it or, have a better understanding of what I'm talking about, or you don't have to. You can just listen and learn that way, hopefully. But yeah, deciphering what is the purpose. And the purpose is usually trying to solve a problem or to address a problem or to present a problem. And that is a skill of analysis that you need to be able to sharpen, okay? And that is the rhetorical considerations of purpose.